Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amanda and this is Confidence Mindset with Amanda, and in this video I just want to talk quickly about you, and I want to bring up the reminder that it is you that knows what you want in life. It is you that knows yourself better than anyone and anything. And so you don't ever have to look outside of you for what it is that you are seeking or what it is that you are desiring to create in your life. And here's why. Because we obviously have different kind of things that we would have experienced in our life as a human. And when we are deciding to create a new reality, we are sometimes, not all the time, but as we are human, we do have a tendency to fall back into the past and bring the past then into the future. But when we are creating a future that is unknown, and so we have to go beyond what our senses is telling us. So this means that if there is, let's say for example, you are somebody who is desiring to create a relationship with who you want, and perhaps maybe this hasn't been something that you experienced in your life. So when you are in your environment, your 3D environment, and you are feeling anxious, or you find yourself thinking on the past that you haven't created this before, and so when you do that, obviously then you're creating in the moment, so you're creating that in your future. It's to stop yourself and say, well, hang on a second, yeah, I haven't created that before, but I'm creating it now. So if my senses are telling me that I am not in this relationship now, well, then I am going to take control of my senses, because it is you are the only one that can tell yourself how you feel. You are the only one that can tell yourself what it is that you truly want. You are the only one that can tell yourself what it is that you are manifesting in your life. So you can't look outside of you and ask somebody, what am I manifesting? You can't look outside and say, well, what am I desiring? You have to go within yourself. So when you come into this clarification, then you can tell yourself, okay, so right now my senses, I'm feeling like my senses are bringing me back into the old familiar pattern of the past, and that's not what I want to create. I want to create a new future with a relationship with somebody that I want. So then I have to say to myself, well, where are my senses right now? So they're focusing on that. So if I want a relationship, or it's the same for money as well too, you want to create different money, house, whatever it is that you want to manifest into your life, you tell your senses. So you tell your senses, okay, well, right now then I'm going to take myself out. I'm going to treat myself like somebody who is worthy of love, somebody who is good enough to be in a consistent relationship. I'm going to talk to myself like somebody who is good enough to be with the person that I want. I'm going to dwell on all the things that I will do when I am in this relationship, and I'm not going to allow any outside sources to tell me that I cannot create this. And this is essentially what we're doing then when we come back into our true selves. We come back into ourselves, because we are never when we look outside of ourselves, we're kind of, we're hitting against the wind. It's impossible to actually get the answer from outside of us, because as I said earlier there at the start of this video, I can't ask somebody what it is that I am manifesting, because you see how that sounds. I can't say to somebody, well, what am I manifesting? What is it that I want? Because somebody will look at me and say, well, I don't know what you want. You have to go in with yourself, and you have to come into yourself. And so even if circumstances pop up and they're the opposite of what you want, you have the control to say to yourself, well, I know myself better than anyone, so I'm not going to allow these outside circumstances to tell me who I am, when I know who I am and I know what I want and I know that I am creating. So yes, okay, whatever is happening right now, but I have the authority to take control of my senses, to soothe myself, to do things that are fun, to remind myself of the amazing person that I am, to build my confidence, to take myself out, to treat myself. I have the ability to tell my senses what it is that I am experiencing. I have the ability to tell my senses that this is the direction that I am going in now, and that is the way that it is for me, and that is what we are creating. And so the more you do this, This is how you are overcoming the circumstances. You're going beyond your environment. You're dwelling on all the possibilities. As I say, you're coming into the quantum field of all the infinite possibilities that even your mind can't even comprehend maybe how it comes. And it unfolds for you in the most beautiful way as you continue to take authority, over your mind, over your body, and do things like breath work, meditations, and tell your senses who you are, because it's you that knows who you are. You're the only one who knows what you want. You're the only one who knows yourself the most out of anything in this universe, because everything only exists inside of you. When you look outside of things, when you are seeing things through your mind, it's all existing in your mind, how you are perceiving it. You are the observer. So remember this when you are feeling like you are looking outside a little bit too much, because look, we're human and it's going to happen. We're always going to be looking outside for validation, but it's to accept that as well too, to know that that is a part of it. This is a part of what manifestation is. It's knowing that when we look outside of ourselves, it's like, oh, okay, well, that's what I'm doing right now. So I need to take a step back, need to say to my senses, okay, well, that's fine the way it is now, but I know it's going to change, and it's going to change in this way, it's going to change in that way, and that's how it kind of unfolds then in a different kind of perspective for you. So I just wanted to make a little video on that, and I will chat to you soon.